Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Valentine's makeup look. I am so excited for this. Last year I did not get a makeup look up for Valentine's Day and I was so bummed. So I'm really excited that I was able to get one up this year and I love the way this turned out. I think it's so fresh and bright and romantic. This year my husband and I are just gonna go see a movie and then maybe do dinner on the weekend because it's usually so packed on Valentine's night. So I think we'll probably wait till like Friday to go to dinner. So if you guys would like to see how I achieve this Valentine's Day look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so for today's video, I did do my foundation, concealer, and my eyebrows off camera. I will tell you guys what I used, but I definitely want to make it a goal this year to make most of my videos a lot shorter because I find that my videos are a little too long and I know you guys probably don't want to sit and watch a 20-minute video every time I post one. So for foundation, I chose to do the Loreal Infallible Pro Glow today. I do have a review on this foundation here on my channel, so it should be popping up here somewhere, so you can click on that if you're interested in seeing my review. I love this foundation and I definitely wanted kind of a healthy, glowier look for today's video. For concealer, I went in with my go-to pair right now. I have other videos that show me applying these. If you're interested, you can check out some of my previous tutorials. My favorites are the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this one's in the shade Creamy Beige. And then I went in with one of my other favorites. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Sand to highlight the skin. And for my eyebrows, I went in with the NYX Precision Brow Pencil and then Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. So I don't have like a total set plan for today's eye look. I know I want to use some shades out of the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe eyeshadow palette. I'm thinking of doing something really bright and fresh that will go with the pink tones that I'm wearing today. So let's go ahead and jump in. So I think I'm just going to jump into one of her transition shades here to throw in my crease. For the transition shade, I'm going to be jumping in with this Crown blending brush. It doesn't have the exact name on it, but I will try to find it and list it down below for you guys. And as you can see, I'm just using very light circular motions to buff this color in. And I'm bringing it pretty high because I want to bring my lid shade a lot higher today. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with my lid shade next so I can place that and see exactly where I want it, and then I can work on the other shades. And I've been really wanting to use one of these pinkier shades that she has here in the palette. They're all really similar. They just have like a light, medium, and a dark, and one of them has a little bit more of a rose gold undertone. So I think I'm just going to kind of blend like the two right here together to get a nice good pink color. And I'm just going to use my finger because these are kind of a foiled formula, so that will apply it really well. And we're just going to start placing this right on the lid. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. And then I'm going to bring it up just a little bit above my crease. For eyeliner today, I wanted to use a pencil. That way I could buff it out and really create a nice sultry look. And to achieve this, I'm going to be using the Loreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil. I think these are pretty new. I picked mine up at Ulta in the shade Brown. Super creamy and very long wearing. I really, really like this formula. And so yeah, I'm just going to buff this into my lash line and maybe flick it out just a little bit, and then we'll take a nice detailed pencil and we'll buff that out. And what I do is I'll start with a small section first. I'm just going to grab like this small angled eyeliner pencil and we're going to use that to buff him out. So once you feel good about your smudging, now I'm going to take it and just do a small flick right here from the outer corner of my eye. And we can drag the product out a little bit more with the brush. So as you can see, we now have just a nice little flick there on the edge of the eye. I think it's very flirty and fun for a Valentine's look rather than doing like a harsh, you know, wing with like a gel or a liquid liner. So now I want to smoke that liner out just a step further. And what I'm going to do is just take a nice light brown shade. I think I'm going to grab, let's see, I think I'm going to grab this guy right here from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. And the brush I'm using, this is not anything special. I swear I got this in like a drugstore palette that I bought once. But you just need a small little brush just like this one. Honestly, you could do this with a pencil brush. Just anything that's kind of small and fluffy that will help blend that out. And I'm just running it right over the liner. Again, just kind of pulling that shadow outward here with that wing. Now I'm just going back and forth in between the eyeliner brush and my buffing brush till I like how deep and blended it is. So in all that blending, you can lose a little bit of your pigmentation of your other eyeshadows, so you can take a little bit more of those pink shades and just press it right there, trying to avoid, you know, that blending that we just did on the lash line. Next, I'm just taking this Morphe N433 brush. It's just a nice natural hair brush, and I'm going to pick up, let's see, I'm going to pick up just this orangey tone shade right here just to deepen up the crease a little bit more. And I'm just connecting that with that little wing that we have created there. And lastly, you want to go back in with your large blending brush and just buff out all the edges with no additional product, just to make sure we don't have any harsh lines and everything is blended seamlessly. So for my inner corner and brow bone highlight, I am taking the Elcie Cosmetics Jewel in the shade Pearl. This is my favorite inner corner highlight right now. I am obsessed with it. And I just take a tiny, tiny bit on the edge of my pinky there and just press it right there in the inner corner. And then I'll just take like a small detailed brush like this. This is the Sephora Pro Shader brush that I always use, and just blend out the edges just a little bit. I don't use a lot right here because it can get very intense very quickly. For the lower lash line, I'm just taking that same transition shade that we used at the beginning, and we're going to pop that right underneath. So I'm going to grab that small detail brush and pick up just one of those dark brown shades that we used on the lash line and put that right up against the lashes. So for my bronzer, I am taking an oldie but a goodie. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 35i. I am down to just a tiny bit of powder there, but I am holding on to it for dear life because I don't want to buy a new one yet. And the brush that I'm using to apply this is the M523 brush. It's a really great contour brush. I used to use this all the time, but I kind of strayed away for a while, but it's still a great brush. And I'm just going to pop that right into the contours of the cheeks there. This powder just looks so good on the skin. You can't even tell that there's a powder sitting on the skin. It just blends really well. We're kind of just framing the face with this where like the sun would naturally hit, kind of right here at the top of the head. For blush today, I'm using Nars Orgasm. It is just a really pretty rosy pink with some like golden marbling in it. The brush I'm using is the Morphe M556. I use this in every video because I love it. And I like to use a combination of a patting and blending motion because I kind of pat the powder onto the skin and then buff it out. For highlight today, I am taking the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. It's such a stunning drugstore highlighter. And then my Real Techniques setting brush. Just gonna pat in there, tap off the excess, and pop it right here. This really is so pretty. I think it was like $5, maybe less. So I'm just going to throw on a quick coat of mascara. I am using the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. And then for lashes today, I'm going to be putting on the Ardell Faux Mink Wispies. I have used them, so they're loose in the package, but you guys will see them in just a second. They are gorgeous. Okay, so my lashes are on. You guys know I love the Ardell Wispies, and these Faux Mink ones are so pretty. So I'm just going to throw on some lower lash mascara. You guys know I love my Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. So we're just going to do a quick coat of that. So I was debating what to put in the lower lash line because I do feel like it needs something with this look. But I think rather than going darker and putting that brown liner in the waterline, I'm just going to stick a nude colored liner in there to really open up the eyes and keep it very fresh. So I'm actually just going to take this Pro Pencil from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of that right there in the waterline. So I'm going to start by lining my lips with MAC Oak Lipliner. Now for the lipstick, I'm going in with the NYX Pinup Pout lipstick in the shade Silk. It's just a really pretty peachy nude color. And it's kind of a satin to matte finish, not super creamy. Very nice formula. And then I will go back in with the pencil and just redefine again. Okay, I made a last minute decision to top this off with the NYX Cosmetic Metals Lip Cream in the shade, Metropolitan Night, and it's just a really pretty peachy golden like metallic gloss. These are really, really pretty. And I'm just going to do the tiniest bit right in the center of the lips. Because if you did this all over, it could get a little intense. So that completes this look, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. I love the way it turned out, and I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!